Hello, welcome to this episode of Art on the Farm with Mia, Sage, and Jan, brought to you by the Monroe Area Council for the Arts. Today we are going to be doing a dandelion acrylic painting. And the way that we are going to be doing this is we're going to be starting with a black canvas. Now, it is completely your choice whether you get black acrylic paint and you paint your canvas, or if you go on and search for black canvas and buy it already painted. That is totally your choice. I just want to say that if you do choose to paint it yourself, you've got some canvases lying around and you want to use them, if you choose to paint them yourself, then make sure you do the front and the side. You can really tell the difference between an artist who's been working for a while and a brand new artist by the artists who will actually stop and end up with this white line on the side. It should be all visible canvas should be painted. So make sure that you do that. If you are painting it yourself, then you're going to want to pause. You're going to want to pause the video now and go on and paint your entire canvas black. If you've purchased it black like I have, then you're ready to get started. You're going to need white acrylic paint, one brush that you feel like you have good control with. I'm going to be using a flat brush today, a paper towel roll, some scissors, and if you want a ruler to kind of help you out, you can get a ruler too. Okay, I'm going to be taking my paper towel roll. I'm going to get my scissors, and I am going to be cutting about 3 inches up into tiny little tassels. So when it is completely complete, it should look like this. Okay? One side stays solid. The other side has all of these little tassels, 3-inch tassels. Don't get all torn up about it. If you've got a long pair of scissors, put it in there as long as it'll go. Cut, move on. Okay? As long as it's about 3 inches, you're going to be great for this project. This is a good time to pause the video and cut your paper towel roll. All right, let's get started. You are going to take the paper towel roll and just very gently kind of ease them out a little bit. Not much, but just so that you can tell everything's going to go in the right direction. You're going to take your white acrylic paint. You're going to pour a generous portion onto your plate. You just kind of whoosh that around a little bit. Okay. Now take your paper towel roll. Pop them in there. And squish that little buddy around until you're quite sure that all of your little tassels have your white paint on them. They don't have to be saturated. They need to have their white paint. Might want to be careful where you do this. Now, on your canvas, you're going to want to plan out. I like odd numbers look good in art. So I like to do a lot of things in threes. 1, 2, and 3. Notice that these are staggered, so you're going to want to think about that. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to angle this back a little bit for myself. Okay. So when I pull this up, I'm going to spot 1, hold it here, And I'm going to pull it around just like that. Oh no! Alright. And I'm going to go on and do this lower one because I'm not really sure how I'm going to plan out that other one. And it may be that as you do this, you say to yourself, you know, I don't need 3. That's fine. You can have 2 if you want to. I won't get mad at you about it. Remember that they're nice and fluffy. They're not solid. So your goal is not to make something solid here. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Okay. I'm going to go and pull this on up. Okay. So, from here, like I said, I'm going to be using my flat brush. I've got a nice little small flat brush here. Go. I'm going to use that same white. I'm going to pull down my stems. I'm going to do one right here to cover my mistake as I made a drip. I'm going to have another one draw the eye across the page over here. I'm going to have him go all the way off the page. I'm going to leave that texture on the edge of from where the brush didn't quite cover everything. Not going to worry one bit about that. And this one, he's going to be my free spirit. He's going to come all the way straight from the corner. Go right off. We do need to add our centers. I want you to think small oval as you make your center. Nice little oval here. Think small oval. Okay. And then from here, it does need to be attached. So very lightly with the end of my brush, I'm just going to make some lines coming out to the big part. Not many. Your goal is not as many as you have over there. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion to the eye that yes, indeed, this is attached. No, it's not just hanging out there in the air with nothing else going on. You don't have to tell everything about this to the viewer. The viewer's eye can do a whole lot, but you do want to give just the suggestion that yes, indeed, or you may even set it down. You can play with it. Indeed, it is attached. No, it's not just floating in the air. Yes, these two belong together here. Okay. Just try to avoid doing too much. Okay. And then your little extra floaties. Oh, it's a little extra dusting going around. Be careful not to do too much. Be very careful not to do too much. I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, okay, I want just a little bit floating in the air around here. And here. Those of you who really like to be in control of your art, this can be hard. You may want to get a little sponge and do it if you're one of my artists who just really likes to be in control. This may not be the project for you. This is very lighthearted, very free. Then again, it might be exactly what you need. And there you have it. I'm very content with how that turned out. You see, it did not take much time at all to create it. A very nice piece. Make sure that on the back, you add your name and the date so that you can remember when this was done. If you would like to add leaves or grass or anything extra, you certainly may. If you want to make it not a monochromatic, not a one-colored picture, and you want to add other colors to it, feel free to do that. It would be very nice if you added something like green to the stems, or some more grays on the inside where the puffs meet the stem. But otherwise, a very nice, simple piece. If you are looking for something else to do and you think, I wonder if I could use this technique for other things, think about other fluffy things. You may want to take this and you may want to use colors and do like fireworks for the 4th of July. I just want to caution you that if you do it on a black background, you want to be very aware to make sure that your paint, you'll want to test your paint and make sure it's going to show up on a black background. A lot of times I have to add white before doing that, or I need to add a little bit of white to the color to make sure that it shows up on black. Just a little bit of white added to the color, even though it lightens it some, will go a long way in making it stand out on the black, because you know that you're not going to be able to do this and then put red on top of it for a firework and know that that red's going to be right over the white. It's then going to be a red and white piece. So just be aware. Just be aware of that for sure. But it would be beautiful if you did something like fireworks. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed this piece, and I hope that you enjoyed your time with us today with Art on the Farm, brought to you by the Monroe Area Council for the Arts. We'll see you next time.